Come heal yourself. Namaste everyone. Namaste everyone. Welcome to Come Heal Yourself. Your joy, love and peace. Hope you are having a blissful day. Here we have a very special guest from Taiwan, Brida, a oneness giver and trainer. And she is such a lovely person. And when I met her, I just felt she just brought with her the spirit of Kuan Yin. And I would like to welcome her to our show. Welcome, Brida.
Hi, Monica. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
We are so grateful to have you here, and I'm sure our friends are who will be listening to and also receiving Deeksha today. We are very grateful for that.
Okay, yeah, I think same as here. Yeah, and I feel so honored to be here.
Thank
you. Thank you for inviting me. It is a really great opportunity to share my journey here.
Yes, let's talk a little bit about oneness. So, Brida, tell us about what is oneness and your journey with oneness. How did you get in touch with oneness?
My first connection with oneness, it was 2009. I went to a dance course, and because in 2007 to 2009, I was so down and so upset. It was my lowest life period, and it was because of intimate relationship, and I had a very bad heartbroken experience, and I could not walk out from this. And in 2009, I went to a jazz dance class, and I just want dance to distract my sorrows at that time.
And a lot of us have been through such times, time and again in life. So I really am grateful you sharing your personal experience with us.
Yes, and I think it is so interesting because in the dance class, we were usually talking about the dance, right? But one of my classmates, she shared oneness with me. She didn't know why, and I didn't know why either.
Oh, yeah. It was meant to be.
Yes, and I didn't know what is Deeksha or oneness that time, and I have totally no idea of any spiritual course. And 1 week later, I had my first oneness blessing. That is Deeksha. And I'll explain oneness blessing later. And 5 months later, I went to Oneness Fiji to learn more about oneness. I was thinking maybe I could find an answer to my heartbroken and why this happened to me. And I did realize something that time. During the end of the course, I somehow sensed that person's feelings.
Oh, wow.
When I felt that, I cried so deeply. And I had a realization that that person actually didn't do anything at all. I don't know why I feel that feeling. It may sound very strange, but at that moment, I did feel that.
It's like you felt the human spirit in all its purity.
Yes.
Yeah. We all are vessels, empty vessels, right? Just spirits. That's so beautiful.
I don't know. I just feel it is really like a movie. I just watching.
As an observer watching.
Yes.
Wow.
And at that moment, I also found if we can totally experience and feel what others feel, many inner obstacles just dissolved automatically and quickly.
Mm-hmm. So we all are not that different, right? We all have same feelings, emotions.
Yes, but before that course, I actually cannot feel that.
Right.
Just in that Fiji place, in that course, I can feel that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think you just got connected. It was so
Yes.
powerful that you just got connected with your spirit.
Yes, and I think it is a very interesting journey. Besides that realization, that insight, I met so many friends I felt so connected with in this Fiji journey.
Wow.
Yes, and I even felt that we are like a family. We also we also practiced Kundalini yoga during the course. And after several months, Kundalini yoga, just like oneness, became very important part of my life. Yes, and I have never thought about being a yoga teacher before, but in my first Kundalini yoga class, I had a very strong feeling that I want to become a Kundalini yoga teacher.
So wow, so your life just transformed in that retreat.
Yes.
Wow.
So after that retreat, I quit my job.
My God.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was
Yes,
profound.
I have never thought about independent publishing before, though I was an editor. But in 2012, I finished Kundalini Yoga teacher training and published Oneness Cards in the same year. Yes, I think it is a seed in 2009.
Wow.
Yes. And I think the main purpose to create the Oneness card deck is to share oneness with others in my own way. I would like to share what I learned in Fiji and in India. And I also want to share my points of view from Sri Bhagavan.
So what is oneness? Tell us about that.
Okay. Sri Bhagavan, he founded Oneness University. And the Oneness University's main purpose is to bring oneness state into every human being. But what is oneness state? Sri Bhagavan once said, when you look at a bottle that is half-filled, you can view it as half-filled or half-empty. But if you are in oneness state, you are not only the bottle, but also the water. It means you feel you are one with others. That is oneness.
So you are not separate at all.
No. Yes. You are one with that bottle and you are one with that water. There's no positive or negative view. You are simply one with them. There's no separateness. In this state, you are one with your dogs, your cats, you are one with the trees and flowers, and you are one with your iPhone, right? And you feel oneness with, if you feel oneness with others, you won't hurt anyone because you just
will not
that
hurt
tree.
your own self.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
so it's almost like you are describing the state of enlightenment, because I think when one is enlightened, that's what one realizes, that nothing is separate. We all are one, just one.
Yes, that's what they said. If you can truly be in oneness, actually you are awakened and you are actually enlightened.
And you experience that.
Have maybe just one moment.
That you got a glimpse of that, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
That experience just transformed my consciousness. Yes. And I think we often hurt others or even ourselves. That's because we are divided within.
That's so true. That's how we feel, and we create so many problems in our life.
Yes, we are so separate, and we are so away from ourselves. Bhagavan once said, you have a market inside you. You have your father inside you, and you have your neighbors, your elementary school teachers inside you. The TV shows you watched last night keeps you playing in your mind, always. There are so many loud voices in your mind, so we are divided. But we are not aware of it.
That's so true. That's so true. All the time our mind just goes on and on. And it's so beautiful if we can for a moment get a glimpse of who we are, that inner peace, that real peace that we all are looking for. And not knowingly, we just keep running after one thing after another, not knowing that it's just the peace that we are looking for. Isn't that amazing? We will come back to the oneness discussion after a short break. Pray until grace floods. Be in oneness. See you in few moments.
Bringing a more conscious lifestyle to your world. OMTimes Radio. FM.
If you remember living fearlessly, joyfully, and in a world filled with adventure, happiness, pleasure, and unbridled living, then this show is for you. Join me, Dame Nicole Brandon, as I bring you the world's top experts in wealth, creativity, flow, sea-edging technology, space, wellness, health, love, lust, and passion, all merging together each week here at the Hub of Happiness. Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Passionate Living, where you can ride on the magic carpet ride of living and learn how to lead a passionately wild, exciting, and outrageously amazing life.
The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is. Host your show on FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Do you have time to read that inspiring book or that blog post you've been meaning to get to? In your busy world, how do you improve yourself and keep your life going? I'm Lisa Kay, and my Between Heaven and Earth radio show can transform your life just by listening. Be uplifted with inspiring topics, positive stories, and ideas that really work. Between Heaven and Earth radio is conscious living for your soul, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Free your mind. Expand your soul. OMTimes Radio. FM.
To talk about oneness. So, Brida, what are oneness cards? And how did this idea come through? Welcome back, Brida.
Yes.
So what are oneness cards and how did this idea come through?
This idea kept being in my mind since I came back from Oneness India in 2010. And I love Sri Amma Bhagwan's words so much. And I also so in love with Angel Oracle card decks from Doreen Virtue. And I was thinking if these two are combined, it must be so interesting and it can help people to know oneness more.
Right.
Okay. Yes. And I even saw the card deck box when I had this idea. A golden mandala on white cover just keeps showing in my mind.
Yeah, I have seen your cards. They are so beautiful. I mean, looking at those cards, I can feel the peace.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, many people told me the same thing. Yes. I couldn't get that image, that mandala out of my mind for years. So as approaching 2012, I saw it more and more clear. I felt so anxious and I really wanted to find a way to express it out. So I decided to give it a try. I compiled the content and looked for designers who can really create my visions into reality. And I worked with printing factory to print this card deck out and sold them in metaphysical shops and spiritual bookstores, and of course, Oneness centers in Taiwan. And I hope this card deck could reach out and connect everyone who will be benefited from them. And my first edition was published in April 2012. And 2,000 copies were all sold out within 1 year.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
we are just
amazing.
a very small island. Yes,
Wow.
and
That's
Oneness cards.
beautiful.
Yes.
And I think everyone needs to see those messages. I've seen myself and they just emit so much peace and they give out so much wisdom. And
Yes.
before we talk further about it, I would like to share that you can look at those cards and the messages on Brida's website. It's hpveng.blogspot.tw. It's hpveng.blogspot.tw, right, Brida?
Yes.
And
Thank you so much.
and you can look at the messages, the daily messages, and also she writes about the meanings and the wisdom she has gained through those cards.
Yes, and don't forget to connect with the mandala. I think that when that mandala, the true meaning of that mandala is God realization. I don't know why. I just feel that. And
Yes.
I tell this with my designers, yes, and they also feel connected with that mandala. Yes. And beyond my expectation, my Oneness cards also flew to Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore and China.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes,
So how can people order your cards, Brida?
at the moment, we only have the Chinese edition.
So when do you think the English edition will be available to the audience?
I am preparing for it.
That's
Okay.
awesome. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yes, but the message on the website is English.
Yeah.
There's no physical card deck, but you can read the message online.
Yeah, exactly. So It's just that you can still get the messages, but if you want to order the physical cards, I think you will be updating that on your website.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, great, awesome. So,
Yes.
Can you share some teachings in Oneness?
Oh, yes, sure. And in Oneness, we always talk about inner truth and inner integrity. Bhagavan also very focused so much on relationships.
Mm-hmm.
He always says life is relationship. The most important relationship is the relationship with our parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if you have bad relationship with your father,
Mm-hmm.
you will have financial issues or business issues. If the mother relationship is unhealthy,
Mm-hmm.
there would be needless obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
So if a parental relationship is set right, everything would fall into place.
So, how do you set it right if you have had a troubled relationship?
Just experience them.
The
Experience,
Oneness?
experience your father or your mother just like you are experience a movie or a lion, something like that. Just experience them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And-
what they are going through, just be them for a moment.
Yes, just be with. If your mother argues with you and you feel so angry, just feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Feel your anger and feel her argument.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That
It is-
energy, basically.
Yes, but it sometimes it's really, really difficult for most of people. But Oneness, there's another tool in Oneness that is Deeksha, Oneness blessing. So we'll talk about this later.
So, do you mean the Deeksha helps you get rid of those obstacles, clears those blockages?
Yes, definitely. But I think the main purpose of Deeksha is to transform all these Oneness teachings into your true experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So-
but yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Please. I was asking a question, but you were saying something.
Okay, so Bhagavan always said setting right relationship is priority. And here is what Sri Bhagavan once said. It is also on the Oneness card 6. He said, the strangest thing is when relationship is set right, the heart sends different signals to the brain. Whenever every single family makes it, the ripple effect would be on 100,000 people. So much benefit occurs to the mankind. We could prevent drought, floods, war. We could also do so much if families as a whole would make it. The brain is like a transmitting station. It transmits certain messages, certain thoughts, certain feelings into the thought sphere, from which we absorb it back. So,
It's beautiful.
yeah.
So it's like whatever even the natural disasters that we have been experiencing are the result of our mass consciousness or the energy that we give out. But
Yes.
if that changes, if we can experience that we are all one and we are just love and peace, we can change that.
Yes, definitely. And there's a very interesting talk between Sri Bhagavan and his devotee. One day, a devotee asked Bhagavan, why there's war on this world? And Bhagavan just replied, because you have war with your wife. Yes. We just project our wars into the world.
Yeah.
Our family world into the world. So That is
Yeah.
very important.
So it's like, of course, there are, there are so many people on Earth, and if even half of us are going through a turbulence, we are definitely creating that kind of energy in our environment,
Yes.
and
Definitely.
that is what is causing all the disturbance. Wow. And how to use the oneness cards?
Okay. Oneness cards are not fortune-telling tools. They are not to predict your future because future is not predictable.
Right.
They're just like mirrors. My card deck is just like mirrors. You can ask questions and pull cards, and the cards would reflect your inner world. It takes time to contemplate the meaning of the cards, as the answers may be different as your expectation. It is also essential to ask open questions instead of yes-no questions.
So can you give us an example?
Yes, the open questions, for example, what can I learn in this situation? What incites me to create this situation?
Okay. We will definitely be talking more about using oneness cards after we come back from a short break. Please stay tuned with us.
Your conscious connection to a more mindful world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
Eros Evolution is where sexuality and spirituality meets. Join me, clinical sexologist Martha Tara Lee, on Eros Evolution on Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio.
Simone Milasas would like you to know that business can be fun, which is why she wrote the book, Joy of Business. What if you could have the joy of business rather than the stress and struggle? Most of the time, the only thing stopping you from a thriving business is you. In the Joy of Business book, Simone gives you access consciousness tools and pragmatic ways to get out of your own way and to create the business, life, and living you know is possible and beyond what this reality says is achievable. Business is joy. It's creation. It's generative. It can be the adventure of living. You can purchase your copy of the book through Amazon or Joy of Business website, www.accessjoyofbusiness.com. Being a radio host on IOM-FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network.
Welcome to The Gathering Around My Kitchen Table on Equilarium FM, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join my guests as we integrate spirituality into everyday reality with vibrant conversations, inspired interviews, and my latest channeled guidance to inspire and brighten your day. I'm Claire Johnson, and together we'll be raising vibrations across the nations.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
And we're back. Welcome back, Brida.
Hi.
And we were talking about how to use oneness cards. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi, Brida. So we were talking about using oneness cards, how to use it.
Yes. The key point is to ask open questions instead of yes/no questions. For example, the open questions are like, what can I learn in this situation? What insights may create this situation? And this issue reflects what part of my inner world? Yes, it is the questions that to poke us, to push us to think more, to contemplate more. But for yes/no questions are like, will he marry me? Is she the one? Am I able to get this job? Yes, something like this. These questions has limitations, and it does not mean you cannot ask Oneness Cards those yes/no questions. But every situation gives us opportunities to grow. And if you would like to face the deep belief behind the yes/no questions, it is highly recommended for open questions instead than limited questions.
Right.
Yes. And you can try. I know you cannot try, but I think many people in Taiwan, they tried. When you pull the cards, the result would be more accurate and truly reflect something of you inside if you ask open questions. Yes.
So, Brida, now that the cards are still not available in English, but we can go online and check the messages. How would you recommend doing that? Do we check daily messages, or is there a way to play online as well and, just get the message that you are looking for or you need answer for?
I will share Oneness Cards monthly messages on my blog.
Okay.
Yes, and in Taiwan, I usually when I post the message online, I usually write down the date I will send the Deeksha.
Okay.
And they will register online, and I will send Deeksha for them to get more realized about that month's teaching.
Okay, got it. So, so you do give Deeksha online as well to anyone who's asking for that?
Yes.
That's so wonderful. So, I would request you if you could share any specific message for all of us today for our audience.
Yes, I draw cards monthly and share the meanings on my blog. And those messages, as I mentioned before, are not for fortune telling. Yes, and I also put 3 cards for September message. Yes, people can view those messages as a monthly contemplation topic. Or they can compare these messages with their inner world and their daily life. I hope through monthly messages, Oneness teachings could be transformed into readers' daily experiences. And I put 3 cards for this coming September. Yes, and first card is from Sri Amma. Pray until grace flows.
Oh, wow.
And she said, security is possible only when it is shifted to God. Faith or not faith, I am in you and with you at all times. How long is the wrong question? Pray until grace flows. This card is asking us to keep faith no matter what happens. Just pray, and pray from your heart, from your inner truth. Every time I see this card, I feel so stable and firm because Amma to me is so stable and firm. Yes, and
that's such a beautiful message.
Yes, and pray. There is a key point to pray. You must to pray from your heart. You must be very honest with yourself.
So what
Yes.
does that mean? That means totally accepting yourself and your feelings first. Be truthful with yourself, because you and divine are not separate, right?
Yes. That means, how can I say? Don't lie to yourself. Ask yourself, why do you want what you want? What is the purpose behind your wish, your prayer? If that reason is so selfish, that is okay. Just be honest with yourself and see the reason. Only that. Simply be true to yourself. And God will do the rest. Yes.
So it's like giving your trust in totality to God.
Yes. And it's very interesting because the second card is also from Sri Amar. The title is Desire Must Flower into Passion and Manifest as Action. She said, for a glorious future to be, desire must flower into passion and manifest as action. Your attention must be focused on your goal. Giving up to the divine does not mean non-action. This is karma bhumi, the plan of action. Hence, effort in the external world is inevitable. The last card, the first card, speaks prayer and let go to the God. But this card speaks action.
Your action is important.
Yes, we pray and we take action for what we need to do.
So it's not just that you make an intention. Action is very important.
Yes. So I think the key point in September is focus, be honest with yourself, and taking action
towards your dreams or whatever that you are looking for.
Yes, take essential action.
So it's like you pray and you get your message or your direction, and then follow that direction, take the action.
Sometimes I don't think everyone would get guided action. I think if you tell people just pray and be aware of your guided action, be aware of the divine message, they will expect too much for that. Yes, I think we all know what to do, what not to do in our reality.
Right.
Like if you want to become rich, I think people will, normal people will go to work and work hard, but they also pray.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
And the third one is from Sri Bhagwan.
Okay.
As the title is, as the sapling you planted grows, you too will grow in all aspects. This is a message about nature.
Okay.
He said, today people experience a great disconnect with nature, which is taking us away from our very essence. If this condition persists, it's going to spell doom for humanity. When one awakens to this truth, one naturally becomes sensitive and begins to experience oneness with nature. And when you support nature, nature supports you. What happens to the trees and animals will happen to us, man and woman. What happens to the forest happens to us in our bodies. The effort at healing the earth would manifest as the ultimate healing of our own bodies. So this is message of nature in Taiwan. We just survived a very strong typhoon, and it is something like hurricane in USA.
Yes.
And this typhoon brought some disasters and some inconvenience to Taiwan. And there were mud flows and landslides. Trees were all blew out hugely a lot. And after typhoon, one day I walked on the street. I deeply felt that it was trees helping us and protecting us. Otherwise, our disasters would become more seriously.
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
I truly felt that support and protection by the nature. Yes. However, these disasters are a sign. Shows that we don't really care about our Earth. And the reason we don't care our planet is that we don't care about ourselves either. Yes, we are. Yeah, we are
interesting.
Yes, we are divided inside and have so many conflicts internally. So, how could we have time and energy to care about others? Yes. So I think Sri Bhagwan's words are a reminder for us to treasure our resource and nature.
So what can we specifically do in September? You can let us know. We can still talk about it.
Okay. In this month, such experience would increase, and there would be full of opportunities and signs for this.
Okay. Great. And we will come back to receive Deeksha from Brida. So please stay with us. It's a beautiful experience. We'll do a short meditation.
Feed your soul with waves of consciousness on OMTimes Radio.
September 23rd, September 23rd, September 23rd. Mark that down on your calendar. Put it in your phone. Whatever you do, circle that date. 9 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio. Yes, it is the return of the Joe Show. We will come back live with Season 9. Wow, 9 seasons. I can only think of 4. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Salt, pepper, oregano, and thyme. No. Anyways, we don't have that much time. We're going to be back live September 23rd. Don't forget. 9 p.m. Eastern, here on OMTimes Radio.
As difficult as it is to believe, there are places in Africa where human traffickers sell albino children and their body parts for use in magic rituals. Humanity Healing International is actively working in Uganda to change this paradigm. The Albino Rescue Project finds albino children who are at risk and places them in safe schools and environments where they can learn and grow free from fear. To learn more or to sponsor a child, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is. Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
If you've ever said, I do want it all. I do want happiness. I do want love. And I do desire the happily ever after fairy tale life, then this show is for you. Join me, Dame Nicole Brandon, for my internationally acclaimed show, Bridal Talk Radio, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, where I'll bring you the top experts in the fields of communication, money, relationships, finance, pleasure, play, travel, sexuality, parenting, real estate, adventure, comfort, care, passion, and love.
A conscious lifestyle for a mindful life. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
And we are back. And now Brida will be explaining the Mool Mantra and the Deeksha to us. And she will lead a short meditation and then give us Deeksha. So please be in a comfortable place. Quiet place, a comfortable comfortable position. And if you are driving, don't worry about it. The show will be recorded, and you can still receive Deeksha whenever you listen to the show. We are very grateful, Brida, to be able to receive this from you. So please let us know what it is, and then we'll go directly into meditation.
Okay. I think we already have some conception of Oneness Teachings, and we all know Oneness Teachings are so wise and so deep and so profound. But if people want these teachings become their own experiences, their own reality, or their own wisdom, it is so essential to add Deeksha.
Mm-hmm.
Deeksha is a Sanskrit word, and it means blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Monica? Yes. And it is a blessing to give you one state. The state we just mentioned, that is a very peace state, and you feel one with others.
Mm-hmm.
And this blessing can quiet your mind and transform teachings into experiences. When we experience, we start to learn, and when we learn, we grow. So it is a blessing to help us grow and become our true self. So, yeah, I'm going to give Deeksha to all who are listening now, and we will ask Divine to help us face our inner truths when praying.
That's so.
And help us trust more after prayer, and help us take action with passion. So let's begin with a short invocation.
That's great.
Gently close your eyes. Breathe deeply for several times. Spine straight. Let's invoke your own divine, your own God, your guardian angel, such as Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, or your higher self. If you feel comfortable, you can invoke Sri Bhagavan to be with us. Feel your divine, feel your God's hands are on your head. And be open to receive. Express your gratitude to your divine. Thank your divine in your own way. And so it is.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much, Brida.
Thank you.
And for all our listeners, this music was from World of Oneness, Bliss by
yes.
Yogini, Mool Mantra audio track, and you can find it on YouTube. It's beautiful music for meditation. So, Brida, is it Mula Mantra? Can you explain what Mula Mantra means?
Yes, Sri Bhagavan once said, Mula Mantra is like telephone numbers. When you chant Mula Mantra, you are like calling divine. So just chant Mula Mantra and you will feel very deep connection with your own divine.
Yeah, I can truly feel that. I feel so peaceful, so blissful, and we definitely cannot continue with this for long on the show, but definitely now that you have received the Deeksha, definitely try to meditate on the Mool Mantra yourself. It's divine, and really, really grateful to you, Brida.
Me too.
Anything else you would like to share before we take permission from our listeners today?
I would like to know, how do you feel during the Deeksha?
Yeah, we can definitely have our audience connect with you on your blogspot, and Brida would love to know the feedback and your experiences, and we definitely would encourage you to visit her website. And let me share that once again. So it's hpveng.blogspot.tw, or you can search for Oneness Cards, Google for Oneness Cards and Brida, and you should be able to reach her website and connect with her directly. And I would highly encourage you to do that. You'll feel so much peace. And if you are looking for a specific message, I think it will come to you when you call from the heart. Thank you so much, Brida. Thank you so much, friends. We'll meet again next week, next Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Namaste. Have a blessed life. Thank you.
Free your mind. Expand your soul. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.